What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and remember that $1,657 for Social Security, that COLA increase bump up? Well, it starts today, and I've also got 5 other items I'm going to be getting you caught up on that's going to be happening over the course of the next week that's going to equal more money and more things that you need to know about right now. And this is your stimulus check update. Now, also, just wanted to remind you guys that I'm currently having a bathroom remodel done, so if you hear any background noise, that's what's going on. I apologize, but I'm still going to get you caught up on the latest with stimulus checks. And take a look at this article, you guys. A link in the description below. All change 5 key money changes over the next week, from $1,657 in Social Security COLA payments to $375 monthly income programs. And yes, there's another stimulus check program in a city I'm going to get you caught up on. So you guys, we're going to dive right in, let you know about the latest unfolding. And if you want to know about Build Back Better, what's happening in Congress, check out the video I uploaded earlier this morning. And also, if you're interested in learning about growing wealth and personal finance, don't forget about the second channel, Steve Ram Finance. Got a couple videos up, and I hope that those are a blessing to people interested in changing their lives financially. But right now, let's go ahead and dive right in, and let's start off by smashing the like button for the YouTube algorithm. Just takes a second, really helps out my channel a ton. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you like to stay up to date, totally free. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and if you got any specific questions for me, I'm easy to get a hold of directly. All you got to do is hop onto Instagram and shoot me a DM at SteveRam3. But with that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and dive right in and get you caught up on stimulus. All right, you guys, so as I mentioned, there are several new ways that Americans can get some extra cash in the coming days. And whether you're a retiree or a working American, it's possible your bank account could be getting a boost starting this week. Now, here are some big money changes that are happening within the next 7 days. Now, the first one is, as I mentioned, we'd cover this in more detail in a previous video. If you missed it, check it out. I give you all the latest breakdown on that, and that is, number 1, Social Security. Now, the final January batch of the Cost of Living Adjustment, or COLA, Social Security checks are going out to claimants on Wednesday, January 26th, today. This will apply to those with birthdays between the 21st and the 31st. Now, thanks to the 5.9% COLA, the average claimant will be getting $1,657 a month, or an extra $92. So the average payout is going to be that amount, and that's an increase of $92 per month. Now, check out the full payment schedule in this hyperlink on Social Security benefits in 2022. And as I mentioned, I cover it in full detail in that previous video. If you're interested, be sure to check that out, and congratulations for that bump up in Social Security benefits. Now, number 2 is going to be the Guaranteed City Income Program applications. And as you guys know, I cover this in full detail here on the channel. There are different cities, counties, and states that are providing their own stimulus packages, and in many cases, their own stimulus checks to lucky eligible residents. And I've covered a ton of different ones for you, and here is another one that has recently hit. And it says currently, various cities and states are experimenting with UBI, or Universal Basic Income programs, across the country. And this is reoccurring monthly payments that go out to households. Now, starting Monday, January the 31st, next week, single mothers in Birmingham, Alabama, they can start applying for $375 monthly payments, which will reoccur for a year straight. So a new one in Birmingham, Alabama. Congratulations to those of you that might be eligible to receive this. There will be 110 Birmingham residents who will be chosen. Any female identifying heads of family caring for at least one child under the age of 18 may apply. And once applications open, the city will only accept them up until February 7th. So you only have about 7-8 days to be able to apply for this. But if you're in Birmingham, Alabama, you're a single mother, and you meet the eligibility requirements, this could be an opportunity for you to start collecting universal basic income. Next up is W-2 forms from your employer. Now, if you haven't gotten it already, workers, American workers, they can expect to receive the W-2 forms from their employers soon. So those should be on the way if you haven't gotten them already. Now, this document is going to be containing key information about taxes and your income with your employer. Now, this will help you determine your general refund, assuming that you have overpaid in your taxes last year. Now, if you haven't overpaid, you're not going to get a refund, and in some cases, people actually owe. But due to the law that was passed in 2015, employers are required to file copies of W-2 W-2 forms and W-3 forms with the Social Security Administration by January 31st. So they got to get those filed and taken care of, and there's a little bit of time left, so it should be coming here very soon. Now, number 4, next up is tax returns. Now, I have covered this in detail in previous videos. If you missed them, you might want to check them out, as I cover for you what's going on with stimulus checks, child tax credits, unemployment, all the things that you can expect, because we're hearing that this year when filing, it's going to be very different than last year. When you're filing right now in 2022 for 2021, it's going to be significantly different than what you experienced for 2021 filing for 2020. So check out that video if you missed it. But speaking of tax returns, Americans can now start filing them in 2022. The IRS started accepting 2021 tax returns yesterday, January 24th, when this was initially written. Today is the 26th. Now, how much you can get back on your tax return will depend on a few factors, including your income and deductions. And I always recommend, if people ask me about tax questions and accounting, I always say I recommend you contact a local CPA or tax attorney or a specialist to guide you, because laws vary state to state and they're all over the place and everyone's situation is different. I highly recommend you consult a tax accountant or specialist. I'll do my best to help you out, but definitely take their word over mine every single time. Now, in 2021, Americans received an average of $2,775 in tax refunds, and 11% increase from the previous year. According to the IRS, taxpayers can earn up to $22,503 from the IRS this year, thanks to major policy changes in 2021. So, tax returns, another thing that you need to keep an eye out for. And lastly, wage hikes. Also, tens of thousands of workers will be getting a big pay boost in the coming days. This is as a result of President Joe Biden's executive order that he signed on April of 2021 that lifts the minimum wage of federal workers to $15 an hour from $10.95. So federally, there is going to be a big pay boost. It says while the majority of federal workers already earn $15 an hour, another 70,000 will now get a pay boost. So 70,000 people, congratulations. You're going to get a pretty decent pay boost. Most of the federal employees qualifying for the boost are defense contractors. The pay boost will go into effect on Sunday, January the 30th. So if you're one of the lucky eligible people that can get that boost, congratulations to you. And you guys, those are the 5 items that you need to keep an eye out for over the course of the next 7 days. Now, in addition to that, as I mentioned in my previous video earlier this morning, talks are continuing with the Build Back Better bill, which we hear might be renamed, revised, and we're going to see what provisions make it in, if it will include that child tax credit. Also, lawmakers are calling for more stimulus for businesses. The president is calling upon lawmakers to provide more stimulus to help fight the pandemic, and we will see if they decide to have any more direct payments to people, aka a 4th federal level stimulus check. Now, I will keep you up to date either way if there is or is not, and let you know what's unfolding as we're still battling this pandemic, and we're hearing that the Omicron variant is raging, and there's now a new subvariant of the Omicron variant. They're calling it the stealth Omicron, and we will see. And either way, I'll make sure that you stay up to date here on the channel, guys. And as always, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second, smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm. It really helps out the channel a ton. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you'd like to stay up to date, totally free to do so. All you got to do is hit that subscribe button, turn on that notification bell, and if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3. I go through all my DMs. Give me a little while to respond. I get a lot of them, but I go through and I'll do my best to get you any answers to any questions that you got. And if you're interested in growing wealth and personal finance, consider joining that second channel, Steve Ram Finance. And I've already uploaded 2 videos on there. One is about some advice I received from a multimillionaire years ago who gave me 3 things to focus on for financial freedom. And the other one was on the metaverse and what investors are doing right now, all the different ways to invest to make a lot of money, you guys. So with that being said, though, I hope this reaches you well. Hope that you have a blessed evening, and I'll catch you in the next video. Take care. God bless. This is Steve.